ready for the second race?
I know I am excited. This is once again a race between Paratroopa versus BigZeeff on the left, and DemonBattler versus Herbaceous Meteor on the right.
Exact same setup as last time. They're all going to be running the same seed, but the two on the left, they are competing against each other. The two on the right, they are competing against each other. The race is not between all four of them. It's just the pairs on each side of the screen.
And
so red versus yellow, green versus blue.
Correct, and as soon as the races begin, you will be able to notice the difference between this and the previous race. Notably,
there's an instant example right there. There's two pipes in the first two spots.
In these flags, the map itself is randomized. So
yeah,
pretty much anything can.
The map is an awful mess, basically.
The map itself is a randomizer.
That's right.
So it will be interesting to see who's more familiar with these flags and what strategies they take. The first actual level we see is the 1-5 beta on Paratroopa's side.
Yeah, there's a lot of pipes to start with this level, so we're doing a lot of pipe exploration before doing anything else here, and everyone is now in that 1-5 beta.
Well, despite the map being randomized around, the final stage will still be where it is, so finding that pipe will be nice, but there may be a lock or a bridge in the way. Who knows?
And because the lock or bridge is in the way, sometimes you don't know if you have to do a castle or not. You may find, for example, that it's the last fort in World 7, which is awful, by the way, coin ship. So you may find that that you don't want to do this castle, then you get up later on and you realize, oh, there's a lock here. Oh no, I don't have a hammer. I have to go back and do that castle. Sometimes you're better off just doing the castle to start with.
Well, it does look like, according to the map, that all progress is blocked behind that lock, so we have a required fort. And it's...
Oh, it's the worst one!
Everyone's favorite maze fort.
I like it, but a lot of people don't.
I like this fort too. Now 7 Fort 2 is my least favorite fort.
So everyone is in the disc fort, I guess we can call it, the disc and lava fort.
Good old waffle fort. This fort's not bad if you know the route. If you don't, then you're going to be here a while.
Yeah, if you're a casual player playing this for the first time, and you have not seen anyone playing this game, you're gonna lose a few lives here trying to find your way around. And DemonBattler did not get the coin to get the shortcut down to get the other P block, so he's gonna have to do it the long way. Paratrooper is trying right now. Took a hit and the P block went down, so he's down to small Mario.
Zeef also missed out on the little time saver, as Herbaceous Meteor does not though.
And he gets the first kill.
Now, being small, though, does mean that Paratroopa is able to just run through that lower area as opposed to waiting for the P to run out and the conveyor belt to begin movement again.
And that is a bit of a time save as well. And looks like Herbaceous just lost his power-up to the Fire Snake there. And there's another Fire Snake. They are the infinite spawning kind. The best kind.
Let's not even joke.
Best was in quotation marks.
Oh, so like how 742 is the best fort.
Exactly.
DemonBattler made an unintentional a mistake. If you're large, Mario, and you have a star, then your jump is a spin jump, which cannot go up a pipe. You will need to have, I believe if you have P speed, you can do it, but down in that area, you don't have the time to.
Also, if you are small, you can still go up the pipe when you're invincible.
Correct. And Herbaceous, I believe, took a death somewhere, so it's Paratroopa and BigZeeff making the most progress at this point. And DemonBattler is taking the same path that Paratroopa did.
And you ever notice in that stage that BigZeeff was just in all those coins off to the left, how many players back in the day used to try and get a Firefly through that stage just to burn through those coins?
I definitely did.
I did it once or twice. Then I was like, why am I doing this? I've got enough lives.
You can never have enough lives. What if you die 87 times on Bowser? And DemonBattler, speaking of a death, takes a very unfortunate one right at the end of the level.
To be clear, I was talking about 99 lives. But anyway, we're now about to finish on Paratroopa's side the vanilla 7-1, I believe that is. No, that's 7. That's the 7-6. Sorry.
Yes, that's 7-6, as BigZeeff completes the second fort, which is the Navy.
We're not singing again.
But
oh, look, a card game. Star, mushroom, no match. Flower, star, no match.
No match, but some valuable information for the next time. Paratroopa checking the pipe and finding out, unfortunately, there's a lock in the way.
Paratroopa on the Navy. So is Demon. We have Wendy. Was that a 3-hit Wendy?
I think this is outside of that little elevation of Vanilla Wendy.
I was wrong. It is a 4-hit Wendy.
And so she bulked up a little.
Should have some weight since the last scene.
It appears that everyone has gone towards Wendy's castle and been disappointed to find that lock in the way. And up next is World 7, so a wonderful maze world. And as we can see, you need to find a bridge.
This world is just sensational. Lots of wonderful, wonderful mazes in it. Well, one real maze. He found the fort near the start.
Oh, and Paratroopa taking Wendy.
We have a water fort.
I'm a big fan of this water fort. It's different.
But it's underwater, so it's very slow.
That's true. Paratroopa needs to be careful with those rings. Bud does so. So the order out of World 1 is BigZeeff, DemonBattler, Herbaceous, Meteor, and Paratroopa. An exact opposite of the finish order of the last race. So, 2 competitive races.
That's a good sign.
BigZeeff still searching for, it appears searching for the path to the bottom left island, which is where the second fort is.
Well, look, we might be having some sync problems here. I'm not sure what's going on here. We're going to try and get that sorted out so we can get the times lined up for you here. In the meantime, we have two more runners in the water fort, swimming fort, and Paratroopa is in there again as well. BigZeeff is ahead of everyone in this race, it looks like.
BigZeeff just needs to find that pipe that will lead him to where he wants to go, and the maze aspect of World 7 coming into play. BigZeeff has found his path to the fort, and it is the lovely, lovely super tanks.
I'm gonna assume "lovely" was in quotes.
Oh no, I love the super tanks, especially with the controller off. It's just like a dash to the finish. It's great.
Ah, yes. Okay, looks like I've got everything synced up again now. So, go ahead.
I was just saying, looks like it. Very good. DemonBattler appears to be the second to find the reach the super tanks.
Zeeff takes a hit on Ludwig. 2-hit Ludwig today.
The Koopalings have just been very kind today to all four runners.
They need to lift more weights. Weak, I say.
They need to eat more burgers.
Burgers. What was that?
BigZeeff changing the music will never stop messing with me. Especially in World 5, with the world music appearing to be the music box music.
Actually, that's a good point. So we'll put it on Herbaceous Meteor because they're in the same level and he has the regular music. So anyway, next, keep getting back to the race here. We do see, as we noted, 3 runners now are in the airship level. And I think Herbaceous Meteor's audio might have gone away, so we're gonna have to change that again here. But
I'm not saying that BigZeeff's audio is bad. Just like it messes with my head.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
In a different level. Our other 3 runners all seem to be only a few seconds apart, but BigZeeff still holding a solid lead.
Unlike all other kings, I speak with an authentic Mushroom Kingdom accent. I think it actually said accent.
I've always wondered what is a Mushroom Kingdom accent, because all I know is like from Toad, you just go yeah and scream a lot.
It's my turn.
That's what we need, Mario 3 voice acting.
I can't do Toad, don't even try.
And Paratroopa got caught by hitboxes.
We just had a falling fish in 2-4 on Herbaceous Meteor, so we have a falling fish today.
Yes, some of those fish, they're not supposed to work out that way. They're not, or rather, they're not supposed to be there. So they just do what they feel like. As we saw also on Paratroopa's channel. And DemonBattler...
Paratroopa's exploring the top of the world that Herbaceous Meteor was just in.
It's definitely a safer path, which I think might be more of the point.
Meanwhile, Herbaceous has 2 stars, match. 2 flowers, match. 10 coins. 10 coins, match. Flower. What up? No match.
Nothing game-changing, it looks like, in the card games yet, but there's still things in there if our runners continue to explore.
Paratroopa next. Paratroopa is getting a 1-up right now. And Mushroom Star, no match.
That 1-up might be the last thing that we haven't seen, so if there's hammers or clouds in there...
Ooh, a death for Herbaceous Meteor.
And an interesting upper half of World 5, as it's just 1 level and then the boss.
Nice. The Spiral Castle is actually right there on the path to the actual castle.
Yes, and it looked like that confused Zeeff because he chose to go in it, despite just being able to, you can just go past it.
That is interesting. And we have the fight going on right now. It's a long fight. I didn't catch the start of it, but I'm seeing it on the replay at the same time. So, looks like it was at least. It looks like it might have been a 5-hit fight.
Well, most importantly, it's a victory for Zeeff.
Yep. Oh, Herbaceous Meteor's Ultra Grip Plumber Boost did not activate on that jump. He unfortunately fell off the ledge into the unfortunate demise below.
It is a space jump, Roy. And yes, it is a 5-hitter. And World 4 is going to be the Desert World.
And we already have Donut Fort in from the actual World 4 in the desert. And BigZeeff takes a hit from the Hot Foot. This is a do what I want Hot Foot.
I don't care if there's only one kind that does what they want. When I play, it feels like they all do what they want.
I actually don't remember seeing the do whatever I want Hot Foots in there in the regular game. I wonder if that was just ad for Randomizer.
I don't think so. I'm sure it's in the AI somewhere.
Maybe.
But possibly only in 1 or 2 spots.
Reason being, they're meant to reside on the candle, so if they did whatever they want, they wouldn't be able to fake you out on the candle.
Herbaceous choosing to go for the 5 up stars, running surprisingly low on lives.
Ooh, we have a Piranha flower blowing a spike ball in 1 and 2, and there's another one walking. Another walking one. The dangerous piranhas are out, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like we're playing Smash Ultimate.
He also got nippered at the end of the stage, so that was an unfortunate hit for him.
Herbaceous is now on to World 4, having taken out Roy.
Oh, we're getting to see more card game shenanigans. And I didn't see a lot. He's not checking the items anymore.
Well,
oh, that was the fire nipper.
The best that a Toad House can give you, I believe, is a hammer suit. So it's possible that, you know, if you don't need an item, I've seen it very common to just skip the Toad Houses.
Yeah, Toad Houses are always optional. You never have to do them, even in the vanilla game. But as you said, Toad Houses can in the vanilla game give you a hammer suit, but typically in that game it's only in World 7 that I think I've ever seen that. I don't. Maybe once in World 6, I don't know, but typically in World 7.
I believe that there's one that has a chance of giving you one in World 6, and the one behind World 5, behind 6-5 in World 6, is guaranteed.
Oh, that one does too. Okay, okay.
The 6-5 one is guaranteed, I believe.
Okay, interesting. By the way, it is very rare until later in the game, and then being able to treasure that for the Bowser fight. Of course, in this game, they can be a lot more common. This is a beta stage. We have Paragoombas and mushroom blocks, and everything's floating up and down. I'm not sure. I wonder if this was an old version of 3.6 because or 5.6 because it is in the sky, and they must have changed to the version we know and don't love because they decided the auto-scroller Parabeetle Highway was a better way to do that.
I believe so, because I believe there's one beta stage for every world except 8. So that would be the Sky beta.
Yeah, it looked like, because it's in the sky, it comes across to me that this was meant to be 5.6, and then 5.6 got changed to the Parabeetle Highway.
Paratroopa has actually done a good job of catching up to BigZeeff, but taking a death right at the end of the beta level while BigZeeff got through, so BigZeeff back to a battle level lead.
And he's working on the airship right now. This, I believe, is the world... Is this the World 7? This is not World 7's airship, I don't think, is it?
I believe it is.
It is World 7, yes.
I was about to say as is DemonBattler, and then DemonBattler went a little too fast for his own jump button and just rolled off a cliff.
Say hello to Morton, who is as weak as anything today.
Say goodbye to Morton, and Herbaceous Meteor taking a death from a Paragoomba jumping on his head.
That hurts.
And it looks as though Paratroopa also took a nasty fall, so while BigZeeff is just rolling on ahead.
I think we have a text issue on the King on BigZeeff's side. The Wanderer text.
What? You know what? You can't tell a king what to do.
Sure you can, he just doesn't have to listen.
Very fair. BigZeeff going into 5-2. One of my favorite levels.
I hated this stage, because I initially, when I would fall down, I always hated that lower section playing casually.
Then you discovered the reason why people like the stage.
What is it?
The shortcut.
Yeah, this is, when you get to this route, this is what I like.
This is a nice little reward for doing a bit of exploring. Going, what if I go up instead of down? Oh, I get to have a fun half of the stage as opposed to that nonsense. And the part down there is especially bad in Randomizer because if you get fire snakes down there of either kind, it lags.
Yeah, you do not want to go down there. Just trust us, you do not want to go down there. At all. Ever. That's what we learned today, class. Don't go down there. That's right.
DemonBattler and BigZeeff are both in a 6-4-2, even with each other.
Herbaceous loses his powers and gets his star card and moves on. BigZeeff takes out the coldest boom boom around. Ooh, that fall out of the fire snake by Paratroopa, that was a snipe.
It would be really cool if it was something you could jump on, but instead, you snipe yourself.
Yeah, those lava, the fire snakes, and that's another fire spitting nipper. Those lavas. Oh, this is a dangerous open to this stage. Holy cow! Didn't even notice how bad this was. He's just gonna fall down. He doesn't want to deal with that. We're gonna get to see what the bottom of the stage looks like today. So it can't be as bad as this.
I guess that might be the right move, but who knows what's...
He felt he would have died. He would have had to redo the top half anyway a couple times trying to get through. So he wanted to... he decided to take his chance on the bottom section and see if it was doable.
So far, fairly kind.
Yep, it's very lenient so far.
And DemonBattler in the sun level with no sun, but instead of boss pass, and takes a death.
I love seeing the boss pass.
Not in this level for me. Like, this level's just weird without the sun.
I wonder what happens if you turn into a statue and stand there and let boss pass try to eat the statue. Does he actually eat you?
It's a very, very good question.
Well, we won't find the answer to that today, so he finishes the stage and he moves on.
BigZeeff takes a hit but manages to get through the double fire Goombas, as does DemonBattler.
We have a hammer from the Hammer Brother, by the way. That's kind of normal.
We're just playing Mario RPG.
And this looks like the World 4 airship that we're on for BigZeeff right now. He's taking the hit from the fire. He doesn't mind. And we have another space jump Koopa. It was a 2-hit Koopa. They are weak. Weak, I say. Eat more protein.
Yeah, the Koopalings just haven't been putting up much of a fight in these flags. Or in these air races.
Yeah, Dad, I know you or Uncle, I know you tell us to work out. We just don't wanna.
I mean, to be fair, if someone with the hitbox of Bowser's body told you needed to work out, you wouldn't listen either.
No, I wouldn't.
Sixth world being World 4 with only one path option at the beginning. Have we really reduced ourselves to someone walks into a bar jokes?
Yeah, I noticed that on the Paratroopa myself. I think it was Paratroopa we saw it on. So I see DemonBattler has also had to deal with that rather horrible joke. Speaking of which, bars do hurt. If you get one in the face, they do hurt.
That is fair. Paratroopa taking down the Hammer Bro, and we'll be heading towards the airship. Now, an interesting routing choice is going to present itself to BigZeeff. Is he needs to open up a bridge. He knows that. Will he go after one of these forts, or will he play it safe and go after both?
This is a very difficult question. By the way, I want to point out something that just happened on Paratroopa's side. You may have noticed that he was invincible, but he was not killing the Koopa. The reason behind that is because the ships are normally auto-scroll levels, and you weren't expected to have a star available on you by the time you got to the Koopa kids. They were not programmed to be killed by a star, so they stay alive even if you run into them with a star. Back to the castle question. It's we'll find out. I guess he may go to one castle, see what it is. If it's a quick one, he may just do it. If it's a long one, he may try to skip it.
Not the right choice by Zeeff.
Yeah, he tried to skip it apparently.
Ooh, Paratroopa taking a hammer to the brain.
That's equally as painful as a bar.
Maybe the king should have warned him.
Yeah, the king should warn you about hammers. Whenever it's hammer time, don't get hammered.
Here we have 6 Fort 3, the conveyor belt fort. And Herbaceous Meteor will be joining us in World 6.
Which is, of course, World 4.
Correct. Oh, which, speaking of World 6, I think that World 6 is the last world remaining.
I think so too. I thought it was either World 2 or World 6, but I think we have seen World 2. So I think you are right, it is World 6.
6 is traditionally the longest world in the game, so we have quite a bit of race.
Paratroopa sprouted a mushroom, wasn't able to get it because of the water slowing him down, so the mushroom went off without being collected, unfortunately. He got a cloud, though.
He got the kill, and BigZeeff, as BigZeeff is going into the Iggy fight, rather.
By the way, that's a pound the ground Iggy. And it takes at least 2 hits.
Pound the ground Koopalings on wacky ground. Gonna be difficult for Zeeff to get through, but should have hits to work with. Three hits, I think, on DemonBattler's stream.
Oh.
I was wrong. 4.
Yeah, I didn't watch the entire fight. I was trying to look at the replay myself to see what I could see. Oh, and Herbaceous runs into a blooper, loses fire. The blooper hangs around him, and then he gets hit by a fireball. That was a triple kill.
Yeah, that is something that sometimes happens. Herbaceous, I'm surprised not checking the pipe. That should just lead you right to where you need to be.
The Pipe of Destiny. Oh, 2 1-ups in here. Wow. In this fight Herbaceous just had.
There is a lock blocking the final airship, but BigZeeff has a hammer, and thus pretty much a nothing world.
He will have to try one of the ships and see if it builds a bridge or gets rid of a lock. I mean, one of the forts. Looks like Paratroopa's already solved this puzzle. He is on the airship, as is DemonBattler. Obviously, he's fighting Lemmy right now. Oh, that's world 7. Wow, that was a fast world.
Yes. There was a BigZeeff used a cloud to skip a level, then went in a pipe that took him close to the end, and all that was blocking the airship was a lock, and Zeeff just used a hammer.
DemonBattler has that too. He's already done the fight.
Oh, I see that.
And BigZeeff is deciding that he hasn't had enough of a ball. He's gonna have another ball. This is Windows technical support. We believe you have a virus, says the king.
I mean, Mario 3 Kings wouldn't lie to you.
No, they wouldn't lie at all. They're always honest.
So, now we are on to the maze that is World 8, and we see 2 rivers there, which means, we will, at the very least, have to do 2 forts.
In World 8?
Correct.
There's only 1 fort in World 8.
Levels like the Navy count as forts.
Yeah.
For the
you're treating them as forts. Okay, I was...
Yes. You'll have to kill 2 boom booms.
Yeah, pretty much. That's more accurate. What is going on down there? Oh my goodness. On Paratroopas.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. And that's where the fire nipper usually hangs out. Oh, the 2 runners, DemonBattler and BigZeeff, they went through synced pipes, but turns out they went to different locations. The pipe rooms look exactly the same. I hooked the same pipe for a second, but one of them led to Bowser. DemonBattler has found the way to Bowser.
Yes, both of them know the path to Bowser, but they still need to find bridges.
Yeah. The bridge will be the key, no pun intended. And we have a hand level in World 8. Now, have we seen the hand level item yet? Because if not, we'll at least know what the hand item is. It is a hammer!
we definitely have not, because I think we would have remembered that.
We would have seen that. I thought we saw a hand level in like the very start of the game. I just didn't see the item picked up in it. Or maybe I'm just imagining. I thought I saw it at the start of the game.
DemonBattler on the Air Force, while BigZeeff is taking on 5 Fort 1.
Paratroopa's having a ball.
Don't stop him now.
And kill. And BigZeeff also kill, but he died on the Air Force.
BigZeeff took a less ideal death. Koopaling deaths are good. Mario, not so much.
I lied, that wasn't the Air Force, that was actually World 5 Fort. Land Fort.
No, it was DemonBattler who was on the who did the Air Force.
Yeah, DemonBattler was on the Air Force. I was confused for a second because I saw the Air Force icon.
That, yes, such is the nature of the randomizer, it disorients you.
A little bit. Ooh, Lava Fort.
So both World 5 forts found their way into World 8.
There's that tech I mentioned from the first race again. Paratroopa released the leaf, then got hit, so he only got a mushroom from the leaf. Now, some items will move you from small to collect that item. Items like the Hammer Brothers suit or the Tanuki suit and Frog suit as well. But mushrooms and leaves, or fire flowers and leaves, will turn into mushrooms if you get hit.
And one of the reasons those items do that is because you can only collect them in stage from special blocks. Generally, you have to find a specific pipe or accomplish something special to reach that.
Correct. Now BigZeeff is on the actual Air Force.
And DemonBattler is on Door 6 Fort.
And he correctly enters Door 6, and he is off to Boom Boom, who will try to Boom Boom you by Boom Booming a Boom Boom, and...
I believe DemonBattler has taken out 3 Boom Booms, Zeeff has taken out 2, and Paratroopa has taken out 1. So,
will Zeeff
who
try
knows?
Will Zeeff try the path? Oh, we have a boss pass. We can't take the sand today. And we got a death from Paragoomba.
8-2 is...
That's a vanilla 8-2's location.
It is.
It's on World 1, but it's a vanilla 8-2 location. Chat, you know what to do. Except I think now that he clouded the stage, so I think that 8-2 is actually further up.
Oh, well, BigZeeff is actually in Bowser's Castle. So BigZeeff has found the... Yes, BigZeeff has found the way there.
He's in position to win this race right now. After a rough first heat, he's in position to take this one. He didn't do the shortcut on the 1-up mushroom. On the block, that is. But he is on this final room before the final room, before the final boss. And he has entered the door. And we actually get to see the good king take down some blocks this time.
And we'll find out that the good king's body has no hitbox, and DemonBattler is also in Bowser's Castle.
And Bowser will take his time because he is not going to jump in place. He's just going to go back and forth, and death is assured on the next leap. Bye, Bowser. See you next game. Thud. So we have a finished run. BigZeeff this time comes in first place overall with an official SRL time of 42 minutes and 31 seconds. Get your GGs in chat.
GG for BigZeeff, and DemonBattler doesn't look like he will be too far behind.
Yeah, he's on the Bowser fight right now. Paratroopa is still working through World 8. Herbaceous is on the Air Force.
DemonBattler is going for the fire kill.
And the fire kill works. Herbaceous collects an orb. And we'll see if we can get the runners in here to chat about the seed now. But as we note, the DemonBattler wins his race with an official SRL time of 43 minutes and 33 seconds.
And we are joined by DemonBattler, GG.
Thanks. Man, that was a rough seat, especially at the start.
Well, such is the nature of the rando. So I believe you went, but you fought through it, and you picked up a win. Good job.
And man, I was amazed yesterday when I got that first win, and now that I've actually got a second, I'm really shocked. But,
well,
oof.
Congratulations.
Yep, both races. I was gonna say both races split the series today. You both went 1-1 in these. All went 1-1 in these races today. It looks like.
Huh.
Yep. So that puts you up to, I believe, 2-4 in the league.
Unfortunately, yes, but oh well. I can't say I didn't give it a try. So.
Hey, I mean, you picked up 2 wins so far. You have a win over Herbaceous Meteor, who is a very good runner from my experience. So you've done very well, and you're not done yet.
Yeah, but I mean, my last 2 are against Garion, so I've seen him play. I think I'm boned.
You say that, but
you never know.
From my perspective, I mean, if you play like you did today, you might be in good shape.
By the way, we are also joined by the winner of the second race on the other side, BigZeeff. GG to you on both races.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks, man. That was fun.
I do have a question for you that I want to ask about the first seed, if I can. What was going on in 7-6?
Yeah, so, I mean, I speedrun this, so I usually skip that with the P-Wing, and I just never even thought to, like, practice it, so I totally forgot, like, how you even beat that.
I didn't even know there was a way to do that in the speedrun without the P-Wing. That's something that's new to me.
Yeah, I got to there, and I was like, I literally got stuck at this one point. I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, oh my god. And I also don't know, can you clip the wall on that? Like, I was considering trying it, because it kind of looked like 7-1, but...
You could clip it.
You can. We've seen Herbaceous clip it, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. I guess now I know about that.
See, I had to go through it just because I didn't have a P-Wing, and I don't know how to do the clips. Like, I've tried, I'm still not able to get them done, so... Thankfully, I'm a little used to it, because I've done Hundo a couple times, and I play casually, so... But... Definitely still a tough level to get through.
Yeah, I totally game overed on that. I think I died like 6 times on that one. That was, man, that's not the way you want to start.
Herbaceous, meanwhile, is getting handled on Handbridge here, it looks like. Just to keep an eye on what he's doing as well as our last remaining runner.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I got lucky not having to worry about those
I didn't get
level.
any hand.
And by the way, Paratroopa finished with an official SRL time of 47 minutes and 5 seconds. We didn't note that as well. He may be joining us. Looks like he will be joining us. We'll get him in here and we'll continue chatting about this.
Yeah, he totally destroyed all of us on the first one, right?
Yeah, he, at first I thought Herbaceous had the lead, but then I'm looking back and forth, I noticed that Paratroopa did take the lead. So, on the first one, Paratroopa won the entire race.
Yes, this was a very competitive 4-pack. Sometimes you'll get a race where either one runner will blow out one of any of these 4-packs, where one runner will blow out the other 3, or you'll have you'll have 2 racers that are competitive, but they'll be in the separate races. This time we had 2 good races on both sides.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch the restreams. I bet they're pretty fun.
Oh, definitely. Like, honestly, I've been so used to just either commentating or having to do the races, I need to go back and watch all the ones I've missed lately.
By the way, Paratroopa has just joined us, so hello,
Hey.
Paratroopa, GG.
Hey, GG.
GG, man.
GG.
Congratulations on the picking up a win in the first race, Paratroopa,
Thanks.
and a solid play in the second.
That's nice of you to say, but it's not true.
Oh,
Did you just have a hard time with something in that
Oh,
race, or something gave you trouble?
I have no idea. My head was all over I was just awful that run. I don't know what was going on. Like I just had a ton of bad deaths. I tried to do some frog suit swag on an airship that didn't work.
Wow.
I couldn't remember any of the end cards. Like my mind's eye just completely forgot them every time.
I think that there was a cloud in the end cards, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. I didn't really use the clouds very effectively. I had like 4 at the end of the game, and so that was a really big problem. I didn't strategize anything about that run correctly.
By the way, on the subject of taking bad deaths, I just want to point out Herbaceous Meteor. I got a game over in World 8. He's also having a rough time with this run, but carry on, sorry.
Oh, I don't have anything else to say. That was just terrible.
BigZeeff was going to say something. I interrupted. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was saying also I had like a ton of clouds at the end. I started like World 8, I think with 3 clouds, if I remember.
Yeah, I just used my clouds in World 8 to just like explore. There's level 2 was like in the middle of the dark area, and I just used my cloud to go through it twice.
Oh yeah, I actually did the same thing.
Yeah, because I was just like, I don't know what else to do with these.
Yeah,
that seemed to be like the best place to use it though. That was like, it actually worked out.
Yeah, I think
For
it
me, at
worked
least.
out. It probably would have been better to use the clouds earlier, but I just didn't. I don't know, I never did.
I had 1 cloud left over by the end of that. Like, I could have, well, actually, no, I think I used it for... Yeah, I think I used it at the end. Like, I'm kind of glad I remembered I actually had them for at least some of it, because World 6 went by a lot faster for me because I was able to cloud.
Yeah, I should have just blown some of my clouds on some levels just because. I know I played through 7-8 and I shouldn't have. I should have just clouded it. I should have just clouded like anywhere. Who knows? But a lot of the long levels had already gone by anyway. The start of this run was like really slow.
Right, like, we got most of the clouds, and I don't know how many hammers altogether there were, but...
I only used 1.
Same.
I only used 3 hammers between 2 races, which is silly.
I didn't really even pay attention too much on what was in the end cards this time around, because...
Nothing, the clouds and nothing else.
I don't even think I found a cloud out of that.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a lot in the end cards myself when we saw the menus. I'm looking at them like, well, I see stars, I see mushrooms. What is this? So it didn't look like a good end card.
It might have given a P-Wing, I don't remember.
You know, in the first one, it was just loaded with those hammer suits.
Yeah, you had like 6
Yeah,
of them.
oh, there were no hammer suits in this run. I never saw one.
I'm glad I kept the fire flower. So, honestly, looking back at it, my fire kill was pretty janky.
Yeah, I just went up to him with a P-Wing. I didn't have anything good.
I just did P-Wing swag for fun.
Can you just fly in the air during that whole Bowser battle and just let him...
You can't. You can fly over. The problem...
You fly over, you can't fly like endlessly.
Yeah,
They'll just go to the right, I think, right?
well, no, he can actually jump over. Like, he'll jump around. The problem is, when he lands on the bricks, he doesn't actually break them, unless you're on the ground. Like, unless you're right around there, yeah, he'll just land on it flat. It won't really affect him.
The classic rule of if you can't see it, it's invincible. You can't see the bricks, they're invincible.
Well, that's the weird thing. You can see the bricks. It's just, for whatever reason, because you're too high up compared to the bricks, Bowser won't break them. Apparently, it's not that heavy.
Well, I mean, his body does not have a hitbox, so...
That's also true.
There's a secret button up there that causes weightlessness mode. Do not
Makes
press
sense.
it. Do not press it. So we are watching our final runner coming through the Bowser fight right now, and he's on fire fight as well right now.
He's got the fire flower?
Yep, he's got the fire flower, so we're going to follow him. Oh, he got the kill. Because I was going to say we're going to follow him for a moment while he's finishing, but he does have the kill. Let's go ahead and get his official SR all time. We'll mark him as done as well. And I'll mark him early since we don't have music on him anyway, so that's fine. So let's get his official SRL time in just a moment. There he goes. And he has an official SRL time of 54 minutes and 31 seconds. Again, chat, get your GGs in there. That is the second of 2 races here going on tonight completed. And we'll see if he wishes to join us.
And that is just the second of 2 for us at this channel. There right now on Speed Gaming 4 is a race between, I believe, Human Mustard and Killer App, and they will also be having a doubleheader. That is, I believe they have the first of 2 going on. And then at 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, we have JJ Blue and Bargle, I believe.
I think that's right.
That's an interesting name.
Doing the first, for starting the first race of another doubleheader. So we have a lot more Mario 3 going on before the sun rises tomorrow.
And that also continues at 4 o'clock. Looks like they were given 2 hours for their time. So their second race is at 4 a.m. Their first is at 2 a.m. So, and then tomorrow afternoon, the schedule tomorrow, there are 3 races on, or there's a series of races on tomorrow as well. Gameaholic, GamerCal, Magu is Adorable, and Justin Mad. You can get more information on that schedule by going to speedgaming.org/SMB3R/crew. Or not crew, that's for, never mind. Ignore that part. speedgaming.org/SMB3R.
And joining us is our last racer, Herbaceous Meteor, GG.
GG, man.
Hi there. Yeah.
You got the fire kill.
Yeah, woo. Yeah, no, that was you know, at least it was an illustrious finish. I mean, it was a weird fire kill. It didn't look anything like any fire kill you're supposed to do. But...
I know, man. I had the same kind of issue.
Yeah,
I don't know. Something went way wrong for me. That feed just went way off course. I can't pinpoint one particular mistake I made. I think it was just a litany of things, honestly.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that one. Same thing happened to me.
So did we all take turns getting a win today? Is that what...
Yeah, we sure did.
Looks like it.
Win.
Congrats everyone on knocking each other out of the group stages. Woo!
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Everyone picked up a win. I mean, Paratroopa, you're still leading your group now at 2-1.
Yeah, that won't stay.
Well, to quote a good friend of mine, 4 winners.
Well, it is. Everyone I think had a good run. Everyone had a run they can be happy with. Which
I was really happy with my first run.
I feel the same way. I
wish I could interview about that one, but now I don't remember. All I know is that I played really well. I'm really happy about that.
You know what? I asked a couple questions about the first heat too, so let's go ahead and do the interview about the first run. How did you feel about your first run today?
Good. Like, actually really good.
I'd rather not talk about it.
That's how I feel about the second run. We all have one run we really want to talk about, one run we don't want to go back to.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, for me, the first seed wasn't too bad. Like, I definitely had a couple issues, but it wasn't too bad until the very end with 5-9. That took me down hard.
That's a bad stage, too. I just hate that stage.
I think I skipped 5-9. I don't remember getting 5-9.
I just got it in my first try.
Someone did cloud it, I think.
It was just cloud by chance, I think, is what I did. Yeah, it must have been at the end of World 7, which was World 4, and I was just like, well, I have one cloud left, I gotta use it before World 8, so I just used it, and that happened to have been 5-9, I guess. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Lucky.
I only had one
feeling.
cloud in that run. I used it on 7F2 because I don't like that stage.
Some people claim to like 7F2, and I think they're lying.
Honestly,
I mean,
vanilla
it's fun if you want to
7F2.
die.
Like, compared to what I've been seeing through the rando, vanilla 7F2 is a godsend.
Either 7F2 wasn't required, or I hammered through whatever 7F2 blocked. Because I didn't see 7F2 all night.
I was in the desert world, I think, so you could have hammered past it if you had a hammer.
We didn't see it in
that
both
must have
seeds.
been it. Wow, I've just completely avoided it.
You must have,
Or
yeah.
I've just forgotten.
I had
Maybe
no
did
hammers
today.
by that point. I'd already used my hammers, and there were only 2 as far as I could tell.
I think, Herbaceous, I do believe that you used your hammer. I think you... Yeah, because I think you had a hammer advantage on DemonBattler. And then... Then you just skipped that entire section of World 2, and with it that awful fortress.
Mm.
For the you're talking about for the first seed?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
seed.
I'm curious then, where were the extra hammers? Because I used the first 2 hammers I got to break through for World 5 and then break through for World 1.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
So I'm curious where your other hammer came from.
Yeah, I did like all the Hammer Brothers. I never saw them.
Either I forgot to use a hammer somewhere, or I picked one up somewhere.
You forgot. Okay, because you didn't use a hammer in World 5, and I was thinking you were making some like next level play.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
that's what it
okay,
was.
that explains
No,
that then.
It doesn't really
hammer-
matter too much because there's other places to hammer, and there weren't any more hammers.
So I do
Right.
remember what happened actually. I already did the first level in the sky area of World 5, and then I went, and then the card game popped up, and I did the card game and got a hammer. And I thought to myself, well, I've already done one of the levels, so I'd only be skipping 2 levels if I use a hammer. So I might as well just play the game normally and not use the hammer, and just do these levels. And so that way I saved the hammer that I would have used. You know what I mean? Because the card game didn't pop up until I'd already done 1 level past the lock. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, good game, you
Well-
guys.
Yeah,
good
game,
games.
everyone.
GG.
Fun.
Yep, it was a great series to watch, and thank you for all 4 of you for putting that on today. We should probably go ahead and start wrapping up here so we can get the next race on the air. Conveniently, I'm going to be commentating that race as well as Zelda 1 Randomizer at 11 o'clock on this channel. So if you want to stay tuned for that one, you can catch that between Thurwolf and Jay Cooper, 2 great runners, excellent runners of Zelda 1 and the Zelda 1 Randomizer. That is going to be a race you may want to stick around for. If you want to see more Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, it was already mentioned earlier. There's a race coming up between Human Mustard and Killer App coming up at 11:30 on Speed Gaming 4. So just add 1 to the channel and head over there. And you'll find that race over there at 11:30. There's also Super Metroid Weekly Randomizer coming up at 11 o'clock on the main channel. Looking ahead to tomorrow, other events I see, again, a lot of Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer in the early afternoon. There's some Portal 2, there's some Metroid Zero Mission, and there may be some other events during the day. It's pretty late scheduled otherwise tomorrow. So you can... actually, that's in the morning. That's all the morning, sorry. There are some other events in the day for Portal 2. The Showcase of Metroid Prime Randomizer, which is a new item. Deltarune. So just go to speedgaming.org/schedule for more on the overall schedule. And you can find that at any time. Even if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, bring that up. You'll find whatever our current schedule is at that time. So for those watching live... actually, before we wrap up, any last thoughts you have on the Sea Great White?
All I have to say is thank you for being a co-commentator, and thank you to everyone in the speed gaming community, whether it be our wonderful runners, viewers, and our restreamer, and just Speed Gaming for letting us use their channels to host these races. It's been great.
And make sure to follow my co-commentator as well, Great White Hope. More importantly, though, make sure to follow the runners. The names are slightly different than what's on screen. It's Paratroopa 1 and Herbaceous Meteor with no space. The other 2, I believe, are as we see them on the screen here. So feel free to give them a follow and make sure to give them some support as well. They put on a great series here today, and I'm sure they'd love to see you at their channels, hanging out with them there too. So with that said, I've been Cyclone, or on Twitch, Cyclone GU. And make sure to follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Those of you watching live, either pop over to another race or stick around here for some Zelda 1 Randomizer in about half an hour. Those of you watching on YouTube, you'll see another race in this tournament following on this playlist. Have yourself a great evening, everyone, and happy rando.